Hello there again. We are back with another chess review, and this time I will review a game with me versus Turbo Berry, which is a 739. This thing says 688, but as of now, as we're recording, I am 725, I think, and I'll probably post a video tomorrow or the next day on how on the game that I reached 700 with. So we're starting out with the white pieces. And to be frank with you, I don't know any openings for the white. I just studied the king's Indian defense and the Perk's defense on black side, so I'm a bit inexperienced when it comes to the white pieces. I think I should at least practice the Vienna, so I have like some ammunition to bring to the table if I got the white side. So apart from that, let's start the game. I went e4, basic move. He went d5, d5, takes, the queen takes. I bring out my rook to threaten the king, the queen, and the queen moves back. I move my pawn up. He moves his knight. I move my bishop so that I can castle. Then I move my horse, and This is one of the first moves that you might get angry at me, and maybe I don't know, squint. I played this for some reason instead of like actually castling at this point. So this was a bad move because um it nothing happens. Yeah, yeah, I get to take the bishop back and threaten the queen, but the queen could just move one square and I'm basically safe. And they're basically safe, and now they're attacking this thing. So yeah, that's a bad move. So inevitably he could also do that to block the pawn. Nope, 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 nope. Wrong variation. Um, it's a bit it's lagging on it's lagging. So I moved it back, so he moves his pawn forward. I take with the pawn, he takes with the queen, and since in my train of thought was the queen is attacking this pawn, for some reason my mind thought the king cannot take back. So all I what I did was put the bishop here, threatening the queen, which does nothing. So I castled, and he takes this pawn. So so for more like experienced players who are watching this, I hope that, or at least if you're at least watching this, you would already know that maybe the best move here is just b1. But in my mind, as a 600 player, I don't know the best move was b1, and I just saw all I saw was just the queen attacking my king and my knight. So what I did there was I put the bishop right here. Yes, I could also move the the um the knight here also, which is being protected by the bishop. Also, I can move it here also, so threaten the queen. But I didn't, but I didn't see that, and he plays bishop to c5, absolutely doing nothing with it. So I played rook to b1, thinking that thinking to if he doesn't move the queen, I'll take the queen. If he moves the queen, I'll get this pawn for free. So that was the main thought. Yes, and I did went for that. I did take the pawn. He threatens with the bishop. So taking here, bad, bad, bad. Everything I'm gonna do is bad. So all I did was if I put the rook back, just to threaten the queen. So he moves his queen up, and this this the I have no excuse for this. I can say, well, yes, late at midnight. I should not have an excuse for anything at while playing chess. This was hidden. This was hidden. This was already like guaranteed that when I move this knight, the, the bishop will be attacking or threatening the queen. And the problem is I need to move my knight somewhere where it is gonna do the most effective thing possible. The first I thought if I go here, then it does nothing. So if I take this, he takes here. Yes, I do win the queen, but he took my knight, which is absolutely bad. So, in my train of thought and what was happening to my mind, then I thought about here. So, what I thought was if I go here, I'm basically hanging my knight, but since I'm hanging my knight, there his queen is also hanging. So either takes the ultimatum of taking my knight, then I take his queen, or he runs away with the queen and I take something with the knight, which is this knight. The problem is this being protected by this pawn, and in my head I think, I want to save my knight. That's like the only thing that's going to mind. I wanted to save my knight, but due to that I didn't saw this move where if I put my knight here, it's gonna be attacking two pieces at once, also being hanged. Not technically hanged since the bishop still guarding this, but yeah, I didn't see this move. I didn't see this. I have no excuses. I didn't see this. There, and I blundered again. I blundered again. I could have gotten the knight. I could have gotten knight for knight. But in my head, I was thinking like, if I take this, I would be able to check the king and get the rook. But I didn't see the knight. That's a problem. I wasn't able to see the knight. So what he did was, he cannot take the. Also, in my mind, I think he can take this. And if I put my bishop here, it will be he cannot take this. But the problem is there's a pawn lying and waiting there. So he took with the pawn, obviously, and I took with the bishop. Now it's checking the king. Now, and I thought, I'm gonna get a free rook, but I forgot that the knight exists, and he takes my bishop. And after this, it's just downhill at this point. There's nothing coming back from me. I threatened the queen. He just moved it up. I did this, thinking that he should take it, and I don't know what I was doing here at this point. At this point, I'm just blindsiding all my moves. Yes, I could have taken that. Yes, I could have. I'm avoiding trades. I'm avoiding trades. I was just avoiding trades at this point. There are two pieces attacking this thing. There were two pieces. I could have gotten one to stop this from attacking. I could have gotten one, but I didn't see that. I moved my knight here. Then this where the attack happens. Take, take, and I take. I got no more rook. I got no more rook. Move this rook here. I move my queen there since it was left hanging and might as well take it. He moved it there. I moved it back. I forgot that when he moves here, he's not just attacking my queen. He's also attacking my bishop and my pawn at the same time. So I should have thought that at least I should just put the queen here. The problem is if I put the queen here, it's gonna be a queen to queen trade, which yes, I do take his queen, but it's still gonna be like a rook up. So for some reason I decided to go there. It takes a free hanging bishop. I went here just threaten the queen, and he checks me, thinking that the moment he checks and if I move something, he's gonna put the rook down, which immediately attacks this thing. So if he takes. So if I take, it's just basically done. If so, I moved here, threatening the queen, and he moved his pawn just to block it. Oops. So he moved his pawn just to block it. Stupid moves. There, move his pawn just to block it. I move my queen. I'm my king. So it will. The moment I move the queen, he would at least be safe. So now is where the threatened part comes in. Yes, I could have used the a2 pawn to protect my knight, but in my head is that if I push this, it's also attacking this, which is uncovering an attack from the queen. So I move that one instead. And yes, now he puts a knight to help the pawn, and I thought that yes, if I get this knight, I'm over. It's over. At this point, I don't even have a chance. I am just stalling my own fate. Now he checks. I move the king there. He takes. I take. He got check. I I should have moved it here. I should have moved it here because I still have some cover left. I could have stalled more time to at least make him blunder, but no. I have 7 minutes on the clock. All I thought was just move something. That's all what I can think of. So it's another check. My kings are being forced to the corner. The problem is if I take, he takes. My queen is just dead. My queen is hanging. In reality, my queen is just hanging at this point. I'm just basically screwed. It could have been made in one. It could have been made in one. I could have checkmated. This could have been made in one. That's made in one. That's made in one. That was made in one. There. I have no more positions. I'm just taking everything. He blundered. Now this is the part where I said, might as well. We have the knight. Might as well take the rook. It might alleviate our chances of winning. I took the rook. He takes my queen. I take his pawn, and I'm just getting dismantled. I'm getting destroyed at this point. I threaten the queen. Now it's made in 13. I hide there. I hide there. I hide there. I hide there. I hide now. It's made in 5. Check. Run. Check. Run. Basically, it's over at this point. It's just over. It's just, there's no more good things to play here. You could play this. This is basically checkmate. The moment he moves here, it's basically checkmate. And for some reason, in my mind, I'm thinking it's a back rank checkmate because for some reason, I think my rook can reach here. His rook can reach there, so, and I put that there. That's basically checkmate. I could have stalled for more time. I could have stalled for more time. I could have done anything. Now, why would I review a? Why would I show you a bad game instead of like showing you like a game where I actually won? Because when you win, it for me it just means you learn from your failures, which failure should be looked at more as a sign of improvement rather than just a sign of disappointment or like failure in general. You should just because you made bad decisions in this game, just because I made bad decisions doesn't mean I was a bad player. I made a great move. I made a great move, but I blundered. I blundered this game. But that's mean just because I blundered, just because I blundered doesn't mean I'm bad. I was able to at least find this move. That means I I still have the potential to at least be better at chess. You don't look at failures as a setback. Just look at them as a sign for improvements. Just look at them as signs of improvements. If you take it less than that or more than that, uh, it might not work. You might not improve because you always think that I might fail, I might blunder. It's okay to blunder. It happens. Okay? It's okay to blunder. It's okay. It happens. It happens. You blunder, you blunder, and you blunder. The more blunders, the more mates you can find. That's how I'll say it. Um, Apart from that long rant, well, not long, but there was a previous recording where the video became 15 minutes just because of a single rant. Um, so yeah.